Alright, y'all, so I am back with another Bible reading. I haven't read my Bible in about 2 days, which, I was just not feeling really good, but I'm going to be back on it. I'm going to keep trying to read it every single day. I'm going to try to read 4 pages today, so from page 232 to page 235, I hope. So we'll just see how far I get today. But for right now, I'm going to start on 1 Samuel 8 to Samuel 9. 232 to 233. A little bit sunny out here, so I'm going to try to get through it without, hopefully I don't get too hot, but let's see here. Oops. So the men of whatever that name is came and took the ark to the hillside, home of Abimeab, and installed his son Eliezer to be in charge of it. The ark remained there for 20 years, and during that time all Israel was in sorrow because the Lord had seemingly abandoned them. At that time Samuel said to them, "If you are really serious about wanting to return to the Lord, get rid of your foreign gods and your Ashtaroth idols. Determine to obey only the Lord, then he will rescue you from the Philistines." So they did. Oh. It's kind of hard trying to read in this position, I'm not going to lie. Oops. Then Samuel told them, "Come to Mizpah, all of you, and I will pray to the Lord for you." I'll set my phone like that. That'll help out a little bit. So they gathered there, and in a great ceremony drew water from the well and poured it out before the Lord. They also went without food all day as a sign of sorrow for their sins. So it was at Mizpah that Samuel became Israel's judge. When the Philistine leaders heard about the great crowds at Mizpah, they mobilized their army in advance. The Israelites were badly frightened when they learned that the Philistines were approaching. "Plead with God to save us," they begged Samuel. So Samuel took a suckling lamb and offered it to the Lord as a whole burnt offering, and pleaded with him to help Israel. And the Lord responded, just as Samuel was sacrificing the burnt offering, the Philistines arrived for battle, but the Lord spoke with a mighty voice of thunder from heaven, and they were all thrown into confusion, and the Israelis routed them and chased them from Mizpah to Bethkar, killing them along the way. Samuel then took a stone and placed it between Mizpah and Jeshanua, and named it Ebenezer, meaning the stone of help. For he said, "The Lord has certainly helped us." So the Philistines were subdued and didn't invade Israel again at that time, because the Lord was against them throughout the remainder of Samuel's lifetime. The Israeli cities between Erkon and Gath, which had been conquered by the Philistines, were now returned to Israel for the Israeli armies to rescue them from their Philistine captors. And there was peace between Israel and the Amorites in those days. Samuel continued as Israel's judge for the remainder of his life. He rode circuit annually, setting up his court first at Bethel, then Gilgal, and then Mizpah. And cases of dispute were brought to him in each of the territory. Then he would come back to Ramah, for his home was there, and he would hear cases there too. And he built an altar to the Lord at Ramah. Not too sure. In his old age, Samuel retired, and appointed his sons as judges in his place. Joel and Abijah, his oldest son, held court in Beersheba, but they were not like their father, for they were greedy for money. They accepted bribes and were very corrupt in the administration of justice. Finally, the leaders of Israel met in Ramah to discuss the matter with Samuel. They told him that since his retirement, things hadn't been the same, for his sons were not good men. "Give us kings like all the other nations," they pleaded. Samuel was terribly upset and went to the Lord for advice. "Do as they say," the Lord replied, "for I am the only one they are rejecting. Not you. They don't want me to be their king any longer. Ever since I brought them from Egypt, they have continuously forsaken me and followed other gods, and now they are giving you the same treatment. Do as they ask, but warn them about what it will be like to have a king." So Samuel told the people what the Lord had said. "If you insist on having a king, he will constrict your sons and make them run before his chariots. Some will be made lead of his troops. Some will be made to lead his troops. His troops into battle, while others will be slave laborers. They will be forced to plow in the royal fields and harvest his crops without pay, and make his weapons and chariot equipment. He will take your daughters from you and force them to cook and bake and make perfumes for him. He will take away the best of your fields and vineyards and olive groves and give them to his friends. He will take a tenth of your harvest and distribute it to his favorites." Distribute it. I don't know why I said it like that. Distribute. Sorry, my reading sucks. Distribute it to his friends, to his favorites. He will demand your slaves and the finest of your youth, and will use your animals for his personal gain. He will demand a tenth of your flock, and you shall be his slaves. You will shed bitter tears because of this king you are demanding, but the Lord will not help you. But the people refused to listen to Samuel's warnings. "Even so, we still want a king," they said, "for we want to be like nations around us. He will govern us and lead us to battle." So Samuel told the Lord what the people had said. And the Lord replied again, "Then do as they say and give them a king." So Samuel agreed and sent the men home again. Kish was a rich, influential man from the tribe of Benjamin. He was the son of Abel, grandson of Zeor, great-grandson of Bechorath. Oh my gosh. And great-great-grandson of Ephiah. His son Saul was the most handsome man in Israel, and he was head and shoulders taller than anyone else in the land. One day, Kish's donkeys strayed away, so he sent Saul and a servant to look for them. They traveled all through the hill country of Ephraim, the land of Shalash, I don't know what that is, and the entire land of Benjamin, but couldn't find them anywhere. Finally, after searching in the land of Zupha, Saul said to the servant, "Let's go home. By now my father will be more worried about us than about the donkeys." But the servant said, "I've just thought of something. There is a prophet who lives here in the city. He is held in high honor by all the people because everything he says comes true. Let's go find him, and perhaps he can tell us where the donkeys are." "But we don't have anything to pay him with," Saul replied. "Even our food is gone." Sorry, I felt like I had a bug in my hair. Have a thing to give him. Well, the servant said, "I have $1 We can at least offer it to him and see what happens." "All right," Sam agreed. "Let's try it." Oh, Saul. Sorry, not Sam. Saul. So they started into the city where the prophet lived. As they were climbing a hill toward the city, they saw some young girls going out to draw water and asked them if they know where the seer was in town. In those days, prophets were called seers. Okay. "Let's go and ask seer," people would say, rather than "let's go ask the prophet," as we would say now. "Yes," they replied. "Stay right on this road. He lives just inside the city gates. He has just arrived back from a trip to take part in a public sacrifice up on a hill, so hurry because he'll probably be leaving about the time you get there. The guest can't eat until he arrives and blesses the food." So they went into the city, and as they were entering the gates, they saw Samuel coming out towards them to go up the hill. The Lord had told Samuel the previous day, "About this time tomorrow, I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. You are to anoint him as the leader of my people. He will save them from the Philistines, for I have looked down on them in mercy and have heard their cries." Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 pages right now because it is getting very hot, and maybe I'll read some more tonight or when I get back. But that's going to be it for now. I'm going to try to read some when I get back, actually, because I do want to read more of this. So I'll be back here in a little bit.